live on a Monday, live on a Black Monday. Black Monday, y'all know what that is. That's an infamous day where NFL coaches get the axe. And hey, you a Shador Sanders fan should be happy that Kevin Stefanski is up out of Cleveland. It's about time. All right. I don't feel like he liked Shador at all. That wasn't his guy. Okay, it wasn't his guy. And Mary Kay Cabot, I can't get this off of my mental. Okay, she was like, hey, Kevin Stefanski, he did not have his quarterback the entire time he was in Cleveland. What? It's a crazy thing to say, man. That's a crazy thing to say. It's a crazy thing to say that Shador. No, my bad, not Shador. It's a crazy thing to say that Kevin Stefanski didn't have a quarterback. His quarterback. The entirety of the time he was in Cleveland? What? What are you talking about? Kevin Stefanski could have got a quarterback in the second round. Second round, he never did it. I'm just saying, man. You could have got a quarterback in the first round this past year, but you didn't do it. You could have got a quarterback, Kevin Stefanski, okay? So I don't buy into this narrative that, oh, Kevin Stefanski had zero chance to get his quarterback, okay? He could have got Jackson Dart, which doesn't make any sense. You could have had Jackson Dart. You could have had Jackson Dart if you wanted Jackson Dart. You could have traded up and get him. So why does it make any sense for him to go to the New York Giants when he could have drafted Jackson Dart in Cleveland? Or was he doing like a okie doke where he was like, hey, I know I'm gonna get fired. I'm probably looking at that New York Giants job. But yeah, the main topic today, Kevin Stefanski fired. I'm happy about that. What's up? Christy Burleson 182. What's up? If you can hear me, put a 1. Jaseed Edits YT said hi. What's up? If you can hear me, press 1. All right, I'm talking about Kevin Stefanski being fired from the Cleveland Browns. If y'all can't see this flag behind me, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. Bills fan here. I want to say the Browns fan have a bright future. G's on our game, by the way. All right. I hope we got a bright future. Okay. I feel like Kevin Stefanski, he knew the writing was on the wall. And when you have a lame duck coach, it's not a good situation. It's almost like Kevin Stefanski, in spite of knowing that he was going to get fired, he made it his point the last 2 games to actually coach the team and actually, have a worse draft position. That's pretty crazy work by Kevin Stefanski, man. It's a pretty good troll job. I'm not going to lie, man. I say Kevin getting fired was the best decision. It was the best decision. I mean, at some point, you got to rest on your laurels, right? You got to rest on your merits, okay? And Kevin Stefanski's merits was he was 8-26 in 2 seasons. The last 2 seasons. Okay? I know everybody's going to lead, hey, he was 2-time coach of the year. Sure, he was 2-time coach of the year. All right? Tell the rest of the story. What has he done in the last 2 seasons? It's been an abject failure. So I watched the press conferences from Jimmy Haslam today, and I watched the whole half hour of Andrew Berry's press conference, and I like what I heard from both of them. Okay? They pretty much was like, we're going to trust Andrew Berry to move us forward, and we're going to fire Kevin Stefanski, which I don't have any issues with. Okay? Andrew Berry proved that with this draft he just had, that if he's put in charge, he can be the guy going forward that can put a roster together for the Cleveland Browns. Okay? Kevin Stefanski had a chance to have he evaluated all of these quarterbacks, and he decided he didn't want to get Tyler Shook. He didn't want Shedeur Sanders either. He decided, he has some say in the matter. He decided Dylan Gabriel was the best option out there for quarterback, and that's why Kevin Stefanski got fired. Okay, once he tried Dylan Gabriel out there, and once Dylan Gabriel was 1-5, and this season was essentially over, that's when Kevin Stefanski got fired. Okay, I think he had a chance to autocorrect himself if he would have went to Shedeur Sanders after the bye week going into the Jets game. But him and his stubbornness would not allow him to do that. Okay? Him and his ego would not allow him not to be correct. And his ego is what got him fired. Shedeur Sanders being QB4 on the roster and ending up with the most wins on his team is why he got fired. Okay? I really feel like, I'm just going to throw some conspiracies out there. I really feel like, he was trying to lose that last game. And then Shedeur is like, nah, not on my watch. I'm going to go out there, even though I'm having a terrible day, even though I feel like Kevin Stefanski's not putting his best foot forward. The offense was terrible. Okay? And that falls back on the head coach. Okay? You're an offensive guy. Your offense has looked like trash the last 2 years. Okay? You've given up play calling duties the past 2 seasons. Okay? How is that reflective on a good leader? Okay? So people think that Kevin Stefanski, all right, he's just gonna just hop from one team in the Cleveland Browns and just hop to another bad team, bad organization in the Giants, the Falcons, or the Titans. He's going to be a miracle worker. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Y'all going to see his deficiencies, okay? I don't want to wish ill will on Kevin Stefanski. I'm just under the camp that I don't think Kevin Stefanski is a good head coach. He's a good coordinator. I don't think he's a good leader of men. I'm just going to say that. We back. That's what's up, Lily Mae. Jesus loves you all. Appreciate that, Barry. Lily Mae is back. What's up? Sheep Tards 097 R. Are you want to expound on that, or you're just going to say R? oh, man. How many Browns fans we got here? If you're a Browns fan, put a 1 in the chat. If you're not, I'm just going to be talking about the Browns. Y'all see the flag in the back. This is a Browns channel, okay? I'm talking about my Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders, wrist up. Y'all know what it is. That chain made of real Cheetos. It probably is made out of real Cheetos. You trying to be funny? My cutout game is strong, so you better watch yourselves. It's made out of real Cheetos. Okay. Fly, Eagles, fly. Go wages. Yeah, man, the Eagles doing their thing. Eagles in the playoffs. But talking about my Cleveland Browns, y'all see the flag in the back. The Cleveland Browns, okay? And I ain't one of those fake Browns fans that came to the fold because Shedeur Sanders is on our team now. Nah, bro. I grew up in Ohio. I grew up in Northeast Ohio. I live in NorCal now. But I ain't one of those fake Brown fans that just coming on, just riding Shedeur Sanders' wave. I'm not really a Shedeurian. I like Shedeur. Wrist up. I'm all about it, baby. Duval. Shout out to the Browns. Oh, that's right. The Denver Broncos going to win a Super Bowl. Hey, Mike. Hey, it's 14 teams that got a chance to win a Super Bowl. And I know my Browns ain't one of those teams. And that's fine by me. All right, we got Kevin Stefanski up out of here. And, hey, does anybody think Kevin Stefanski is a good coach? All right? Does anybody think Kevin Stefanski is a good coach? If you think Kevin Stefanski is a good coach and he should have got fired, should not have got fired, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like he's not a good coach and he should have been fired, put a 2 in the chat. Thoughts and prayers to all the Browns fans. Ain't no thoughts and prayers, man. I wanted Kevin Stefanski up out of here, man. I didn't want Kevin Stefanski to be my head coach anymore. He didn't want to be in Cleveland, and we didn't want him in Cleveland. So they said they parted ways, and that's fine. Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, whatever team that wants Kevin Stefanski, they can have him. Us Browns fans, we was done with Kevin Stefanski. He will be good for another team. He might be good for another team. I'm saying I don't care. Like, as a Browns fan, I wish him well, but this situation was not working well for the. Saw it coming. Okay, Jimmy Haslam, he picked Andrew Berry, and he got rid of Kevin Stefanski. I think it's the right call. That's just me. Can you please roast me being lazy? It's a dare from my friends. Nah, I don't even know you like that. I'm wearing a Myles Garrett shirt. Hey, Myles Garrett, sack record, sack king. They was trying to hate on him, talking about, oh, Joe Burrow took a dive. Y'all miss me with that, man. Nope, that was a legit sack. His get off was like 0.17. For reference, when Usain Bolt won, he broke the record, the 100-meter record. His get off, that means when the gun goes off and they're like, let's go. Usain Bolt's get off was 0.16, just slightly faster than Myles Garrett get off when he sacked Joe Burrow. Hold up. He took a dive. I mean, he took a dive. He was about to get hit. So Burrow gave that sack to him. Burrow laid down because he was about to get his head decapitated. If Myles Garrett is 275 and he got to get off similar to the fastest man on earth, you're probably going to get down too. So Joe Burrow made a business decision, and it was the right business decision because he was going to get sacked anyways. So y'all saying it's a dive, y'all just don't know football, and y'all sound stupid. Okay? Talking about he took a dive. So what if he took a dive? He didn't want to get hit. So what? So what? Hey, would you want to get hit by Myles Garrett? Hey, just let me know. Would you want to get hit by Myles Garrett? Or would you take the dive like Joe Burrow did? Okay? Whose house? Holy shit, it's no. Rams house. It's not the Rams house. What a terrible life to be a fan of a bad team. I don't think so. My life isn't surrounded just by being a Browns fan. It's part of my life, but I have a pretty awesome life outside of being a Browns fan. So I just don't buy into the narrative that if you're a fan of a bad team, that your life just sucks. Now, if you make that your entire identity and you live and die with if your team's winning or losing, yeah, sure, it can affect your mental mood, but I just choose not to be that way. All right? I'm too damn old to be, wrapped up in if my team loses or not. Okay? I know my team is bad, and I'm fine with it. I have an awesome life outside of being a Browns fan. Okay? This is what it is. Watt is a better pass rusher. No, the F he ain't. Y'all didn't make the playoffs. We did. I know we didn't make the playoffs. Talk about my coach being fired. I'm happy. My coach got fired. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of the Browns too. Hey, I'm a fan of the Browns, and I'm talking, so that's all that matters, really. All right, I got a question. Who should be the Browns' next head coach? Who should be the Browns' next head coach? Put it in the chat. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Browns. I'm a Giants-Browns fan. Yeah. Who do y'all think should be the Browns' next head coach? I'm a Cowboys fan, but I like to see them win. Oh, you like to see the Browns win. That's what's up, man. Cowboys, hey, man, Cowboys going to be all right next year. I think they have the right head coach for their situation. Brian Schottenheimer, I like him. All right. Mike McCarthy was kind of a pushover. He did well for a little bit, but I like where the Cowboys are going with Brian Schottenheimer. I think that was the correct direction for that team to go in, and I think it's going to pay dividends next season. Even God is a Broncos fan. What color is the sunset? Mike Tom, we say that every year. Pete Carroll. Oh, you want Pete Carroll to be the next head coach of the Cleveland Browns? That's what you're saying? No thanks to that. what Pete Carroll about 77 years old? I mean, he's a spry 77, but nah, I don't want any parts of Pete Carroll. I wouldn't mind Antonio Pierce being the Cleveland Browns head coach, if I'm going to be honest. All right. I think he got a raw deal with the Raiders, and Antonio Pierce, he likes Shador Sanders. So I need a coach that can rock with Shador Sanders. Browns need to try and build for an above average run game, clock management, lean on defense, trade down, bulk up on O-line, wide receiver, get a linebacker and corner. I like the way you're thinking, D. Mossy. That's what I would do. I'm trading back. I'm trading back from the Cleveland Browns. I think if you trade back, you're going to get more value. If you trade back out of that 6th pick, you can have someone take that pick off you, and you can get their first round pick in 2027. So you would have 2 picks in 2025, 2 first round picks, 2 first round picks in 2026 right now, and then you would have 2 more first round picks in 2027. I think that's how you get out of mediocrity. You have to trade back, you have to acquire picks. Operation Stockpile, what Garrett Bush said, okay? Sanders is not good. That's very objective. I think he can be good. His numbers were not good, but that was reflective more in him having the worst offensive line in the NFL, according to Pro Football Focus, the worst receiving core, according to Pro Football Focus. So, yeah, let's add some context when you say Shador Sanders is not good. Don't worry about me. I'm going to worry about you because you said it. Coach Prime? Nah, not Coach Prime. He needs to stay in Colorado. Shador needs to be his own man. I don't want Coach Prime come in. I mean, it's just too weird of a dynamic. No, he needs to become his own man, and he can't be. If Coach Prime comes in, he's never going to escape the narrative that he can't play good football without his dad. So I don't want that narrative, and that would actually be a distraction. Nice gold bar chain. It's not really a gold bar chain. Go pick up Phillip Rivers and tank next season. Why would they tank again? Oh, what? Man, if you want to actively tank, that's a loser's mentality. I can tell some of y'all never played like organized sports if y'all bringing up tanking. I can tell who played organized sports and who did not. If it's in your vocabulary to be like, I want my team to openly tank, I know you never played organized sports before. Because people like me, who actually played high school athletics, played intramural athletics, we're going to tell you, no, every time I step on a field, anywhere, basketball, soccer field, golf course, football field, whatever, I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to go out there and lay down for no other man. I'm trying to win at everything. I'm trying to win if I'm playing at the YMCA in basketball. I'm trying to win if I'm playing flip cup, a drinking game. I'm trying to win. I don't buy into the narrative that you should actively tank. That builds a losing culture inside of your locker room, and that's something that the Browns are trying to get rid of. And I'm glad that they won their last 2 games, and they didn't buy into the narrative that they should tank so they can get a high draft pick and maybe a college quarterback comes and saved the day. Look, a year from now, do y'all really think that the New York Jets and the Raiders picking 2 and picking 1 and 2, are they going to be good next year? Admiring Earth by telling me this shit. The Browns front office has a bunch of people that don't have a clue on HCF, how to run a organization. They're going to get Cam Newton. No, they're not. It's a business decision. Nah. I was ranting about something. I lost my train of thought. But hey, don't worry about me. Cam Newton is a clown. Yeah, I'm not bringing in Cam Newton. He's a good analyst, but his days of being a quarterback are over. I want Nicholas Maduro to be the head coach. No. Glenn should have stayed at DC. See, man, what do you mean Glenn should have stayed at DC, man? This goes back into like how small-minded people think. Okay, this goes back into people who want to actively tank. Why would Aaron Glenn not want to be a head coach? If the ultimate goal when you're coaching is to be a head coach, why would you want to be a defensive coordinator your entire career? Okay, that just means you ain't never trying to be better in life. You just going to stick with the status quo. That would be like me coming on here and I got however many subscribers I got, not trying to get to 1,000 to get monetized. Be like, yeah, I'm just cool, just having a couple hundred subs. Nah, I'm not cool actually. I need to be out there. I need to have thousands and thousands of subs because I'm entertaining and I got something to say. I'm just saying. Some people are not head coach material. Exactly. But at the same time, you got to figure out if you are head coach material. And the only way you can figure out if you're head coaching material if you put yourself out there. Aaron Glenn put himself out there. Okay, he was bad in his first year. He didn't have a quarterback in place. Okay, I'm going to judge Aaron Glenn if he goes against Fernando Mendoza or he goes out and gets Dante Moore. And if he still sucks after a year, you can go get another head coach. It's that simple. Look at Matt Patricia. Look at Jim Schultz. I think he meant Jim Schwartz. Myles Garrett is about to leave the Browns. He might ask for a trade. What do you call Dallas Cowboy with the Super Bowl ring? Retired. I thought you said something else. I was gonna be like, nah, I ain't too nice to say. What happened to Deshaun Watson? He was supposed to be the Brown savior at 46 MD. Yeah, man, he was supposed to be the Brown savior. Okay, they swung and missed. Jimmy Haslam, the owner, he came out and said that was a miss. All right, hey, if you have not liked and subscribed to KSK Sports, like and subscribe, and like this video. All right, if I'm adding value and I'm entertaining. Myles Garrett is going to be a very. I mean, Myles Garrett might ask for a trade. I don't know, man. He has a no trade clause, so if he does ask for a trade, I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing for the Browns. Okay, if you trade Myles Garrett, you're gonna get like 3 first-round picks for him. It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, that can really help you get out of mediocrity and have you being good to great. What's your source? Who told you this info? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I'm a Texas fan. Let's see. I'm a Texans fan. I'm glad y'all took DW4. I bet you are glad that we took him off y'all hands because y'all have been AFC South like champs since he's left. So y'all literally built y'all team off of what our mistakes. So hey, y'all fleeced us, and it is what it is, man. I can't be mad about it. Bring in Gruden. The thing about Gruden is, I don't know if the NFL is going to allow him to be a head coach again. That's probably why he isn't a head coach again because of all the email stuff and whatever you might think of the emails. I just don't think the NFL is going to allow John Gruden to be a head coach again because they do have that authority. They do have that gravitas where they're like, nah. I mean, we saw that once Colin Kaepernick got blackballed from the NFL, no teams touched him with a 10-foot pole. It just is what it is. This is what it is. That's kind of the situation with John Gruden. That's why Brian Flores, he should be a head coach, but he's designated to being a defensive coordinator. He's not entirely blackballed by the NFL, but it's like certain guys can't be head coaches because they're blackballed by the NFL. I'm rooting for Sanders. As a Raiders fan, I'll give you the number 1 pick for Shador. Man, I like Shador, but if they're going to give up the number 1 pick for... if they're going to trade the number 1 pick for Shador, I mean, the Raiders they might as well just not be they're not going to do that. That's ridiculous. Can you answer my question before you ask questions? You're just making stuff up. I don't know what you're referring to. What do you mean? Am I making stuff up? Like, I literally don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm speculating. Okay, I'm doing commentary. I'm not in the Browns front office. I'm giving y'all my opinion about the situation. Okay, Browns will not win more than 4 games next season. Let's start there. Depends on who they hire as their head coach, and they just won 5 games this year, so they're on the path up. Dude, I'm talking about. I'm talking to a guy in the chat. My bad. Kaepernick wasn't blackballed. He did it to himself. What do you mean did it to himself? Explain that. Did what to himself? Well, he just stood up for what's right. What he felt was right. Okay. This is literally his opinion. That's right. It's my opinion. So you have no sources. No, I don't have any sources. I'm not Mary Kay Cabot. I'm not. Did I lead with? Do I have sources? Did I did I say, hey, my sources say no, I did not. So don't pin that on me. Oh, will you coach the play? If the Browns could have got Caleb Williams, would if you have wanted him? Yes, yes. I like Caleb Williams. I said Caleb Williams last year when everybody was getting on him for not having a great rookie season. I thought Caleb Williams would be all right. And granted, he dropped the ball against the Packers on, not the Packers, against the Lions on Sunday. They're still the 2 seed. I don't like that matchup with the Bears and Packers, but I don't even know if Jordan Love is playing. So it might be Malik. I don't know if Malik Willis is playing. If the Packers don't have Jordan Love, they're probably not going to win if they got to trust Clayton Tune. So I don't know if Jordan Love. Does anybody know if Jordan Love is going to be available for the playoff game with the Bears? Does anybody know that information? I don't know that off the top of my head. I would assume that he had a concussion 2 weeks ago. I think he would be cleared of concussion protocol, but concussions are tricky and you have to be cleared by a doctor for that. And I'm a Bills fan, so that is why I think he's going to be the Bears, and Caleb and Miles have a connection together. Yeah. I mean, the Bears have swung and tried to get better on the defense. Once upon a time, they had that trade with the Raiders for Khalil Mack. So the Bears are willing to give up draft capital if they feel like they can get better on the defensive side. That is something the Bears have done in their past. So that would not shock me if the Bears and the Browns made a trade where Myles Garrett went to the Bears and they gave us 3 first-round picks. I mean, I don't know if Myles is going to go to the Cleveland Browns and be like, yeah, I want to be traded. It doesn't seem like him and Kevin Stefanski were like tied at the hip. He said in his press conference on Friday, he said that the Browns have had ups and downs with Kevin Stefanski the tenure, and it's been mostly downs. So that isn't exactly a ringing endorsement of your lame duck coach. Who do you get? I got Texans. The Steelers win AFC North. How did the Browns do? The Browns finished 5-12. You're not about to get me all riled up. My team is not very good, okay? Who do you think this is, man? I'm 41 years old, bro. I'm not about to get all emotional about your comment. Steelers won AFC North. And we beat the Steelers. So what do you got to say about that? We just beat the Steelers 2 weeks ago. Good luck in the playoffs because y'all ain't going to do very good. You a Niners fan? I'm not a Niners fan. Do y'all not see this Browns flag in back of me? I mean, what? It's a big flag. It's a 3x5 foot flag. What do you mean? Am I a Niners? No, I'm not a Niners fan. Or you might be talking to somebody in the chat, but I'm definitely not a Niners fan. Yo, what up? What's up, Tyler? Helton World? What's up, man? I like your chief decal there, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I'm from England. Oh, cool, man. England. If you're not subscribed to me. I need some support in England. Where are you from in England? All right, where are you from? But the Raiders are getting Mendoza. Yes, the Raiders are getting Mendoza. Leeds. He's happy about being from Leeds. Steelers laughing my A off. We about to dog y'all first round. Get your Cancun tickets. Ooh, who plays the Steelers in the first round? Oh, are you a Texans fan, Jared Lewis? I think the Texans are going to dog walk the Steelers. He's from West Yorkshire. That sounds very English. Do you think the Bears might try to trade DJ Moore in a pick for Garrett or Crosby from the Raiders? Hey, I'm going to be rooting for the Texans to beat the Steelers because I'm not a Steelers fan. Texans all day, baby. I think it's possible. Trade DJ Moore in a pick. Oh, we're connecting. I know I'm live. Almost got disconnected. Who are you rooting for? I think Mendoza. Is Mendoza a junior? Can he go back? I don't know why he would go back if he's going to be the number 1 overall pick. That doesn't make much sense. He's going to be first or second. He's going to the Raiders or Jets. That is pretty much written. And we're the Cleveland Browns. That guy is funny on Facebook. The Eagles are winning back-to-back Super Bowl. It's very possible. Born and raised in Pittsburgh, currently living in the UK. To all the UK people, do not trust this guy or anything he says. He's a Browns fan. Don't trust anything I'm saying. I'm just giving my opinion. Who's rookie of the year? I got quarterback Shuck. Yeah, he's probably going to be the offensive rookie of the year. And then I believe that Carson Schwarzenegger, Cleveland Browns, is going to be defensive rookie of the year. Tyler Shuck, he was balling, man. He was balling. I don't see the Eagles beating the Niners. Woo, it's a matter of opinion. Adam, please leave the UK. You're not welcome. Adam. Yeah, Adam, I'm gonna get Adam up out of here. He's not welcome here either. Adam, bye, Adam. Talking about don't trust me. Get out of here with that, man. I don't need that kind of energy, man. I'm having a good time on this chat. I don't see the Eagles beating the Patriots. Well, the Eagles and the Patriots, only way they can meet is in the Super Bowl. I don't really see both of them making the Super Bowl. Eagles aren't like that. It's hard to go back to back. Okay, it's hard to go back to back. So I really don't see the Eagles winning. I'm a new subscriber. Thank you, Tyler Helton Roar. I appreciate that. Pepper Day. I don't know what you are doing. Please don't spam my chat, or I will. I have a Fanta, bro. You being a little annoying, man. Don't spam my chat. No, don't spam the chat, okay? Please don't spam my chat. You're gonna get. I got a zero tolerance, man. I don't see Patriots being the Chargers. That's let's talk about that, man. Yeah, it's very much on the table that Jim Harbaugh can go into New England and beat them. They got a rookie quarterback, and man, Jim Harbaugh has got to like his chances at the 7th seed. Troll, I know it's trolling me. Would stop? Hey, man, stop. Look, hey. Just full disclaimer, okay? You're not gonna troll me. If you're gonna spam my chat, you're gonna just say some silly stuff. I'm just gonna hide you from the chat. It's just that simple. I'm not playing this game, okay? I'm Steelers, so gotta have the old rivalry, all love. Hey, man, my mom's Steelers fan. It's a rivalry, man. It's all good. It's all in good fun. I don't be like too invested in hating the Steelers. Like I don't like them. Obviously, they're a rival, but my mom's a Steelers fan. I don't hate my mom, so it's like, so will Cleveland build around Shador? Great question, Charmaine RN245. Yeah, the Patriots have literally had the easiest schedule in the NFL. I don't have that answer. Judging by what Andrew Berry said in the press conference, he said he's pretty much saying he's not committal to Shador, and they're going to look internal and external for quarterbacks. So they're going to, what that telling me is Andrew Berry is pretty much saying that he's going to leave it open. So my thinking is, I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback in the first round. I think that's foolish considering they have a lot of other holes to fill. They need tackles in the first round. I'm picking 2 tackles in the first round with the first 2 picks. Then after that, I'm going receiver. And then after that, I'll fill in where it's necessary. But they have 10 overall picks. If they don't leave the draft with at least 2 tackles and 2 bona fide receivers, I'm gonna be upset. Okay, I think that's what they need to do. And if you're Shador Sanders and they bring in a veteran quarterback, beat them out. It's that simple. Football's about competition. This is why I didn't like the way Kevin Stefanski handled the quarterback situation. It was not a true competition, because if it was a true competition, Shador would have won out over Dylan Gabriel in the summer months. We saw with our own eyes that Dylan Gabriel was gifted the job over Shador Sanders, not based on anything other than he was a 3rd round pick, which is bull crap. And that's why Kevin Stefanski is fired. And essentially, that's what Andrew Berry said in the press conference. He didn't mention Dylan Gabriel's name once. He did mention Shador Sanders, and he did talk about Deshaun Watson. So that leads me to believe Dylan Gabriel is firmly 3rd on the roster as we speak. Maybe Cleveland should go get Coach Prime. Nah, I like Coach Prime. I'm a Coach Prime fan, but Shador got to be his own man. I don't want these narratives and all of this noise to be, oh, Shador can only be good if he has his dad as his coach. Nah, I don't want that. Nah, I don't. I mean, it's just an unnecessary distraction. There are plenty of coaches out there. And frankly, if you want to be honest, Coach Prime really hasn't done amazing at Colorado to justify you firing your head coach and then picking Coach Prime. Doesn't make any sense. Now, if Coach Prime was, if he had 3 straight years where he was 9 wins in Colorado, sure, he'd be the hottest coaching candidate. But he's a 3-win, 9-win, 3-win. It's like he should stay in Colorado, try to build that program up. He has full control. I don't think Deion wants to leave Colorado. They've given him so much power in Colorado. Why would he want to leave that and go to the NFL and be under a construct of the Cleveland Browns, where he has somebody over his head like Jimmy Haslam telling him what he can and can't do? That doesn't seem like something Coach Prime want to do. Coach Prime has full autonomy in Colorado. That means something. He has a lot of power and a lot of sway in Colorado. All right. They told me bust down my what? Coach Prime said he'll never coach in the NFL. Thanks, First Man Game in 954 for backing me up on that. Sam Simon said hi. Google Geiger said hi. What's up, y'all? What's up? Hey, if you have not liked this video, like it, subscribe, get those numbers up. All right, subscribe to your boy. Yeah. All right. I think somebody said the Patriots. They don't think the Patriots are going to beat the Chargers. Yeah, man. I think the Chargers are going to upset the Patriots. I think that's so much. I think I'm going to put that on a parlay because I'm definitely going to put some money down this weekend for some parlay bets. Who do you think will be the next head coach? Great question. I have no idea, man. I have no clue. Who I want to be the head coach? I want Robert Saleh to be my next head coach. I don't think that's going to happen though. I'm a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. I'll be honest with you guys. It's a tough season for you. Yeah, man. Look, man. Say what I want to say about Patrick Mahomes, man. When he shredded his knee, that was real. I was like, man, whatever you want to say about the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. When he went down, I really felt that, man. I felt bad for him. I don't care what y'all want to say about the Chiefs, about the refs, about Patrick Mahomes. Personally, if you're a fan of football, it was pretty tough to watch Patrick Mahomes go down in that fashion. That's just real talk. That's just real talk. Let's see. That Sanders song, bro. They told me bust down my AP. Oh, is that from Perfect Timing? Oh, yeah. They told me bust out my AP. Perfect time. Yeah, you're right. I'm playing the song back in my head. All right, Jared Lewis. I didn't know what you were talking about. Like, all right. The Bears can go toe to toe with almost anybody. They need to start playing the whole game and not just the fourth quarter. Yeah, they definitely gonna have to play a more complete brand of football to advance in the playoffs. I definitely agree with that. I think Texans upset Pittsburgh. I think so too. I think it's gonna be quite a few upsets because it's wide open in both conferences. There really isn't a favorite like it was last year with the Chiefs and the Eagles. They were kind of resounding favorites in both conferences. So I really don't feel like it's that way this year. It's wide open. Jim Schwartz would be a better fit than Robert Saleh, ball head. Hey, you funny, man. Hot take, Jags and Houston are sleep teams in the playoffs. Jacksonville got to prove it to me. Houston, I really like Houston as a sleeper team. I think Houston going to go to Pittsburgh and they're going to smack them around. I don't think Pittsburgh for real. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Browns fan. I'm just saying that because my team beat Pittsburgh last week. They're inconsistent. They showed up for the Ravens in a must-win game, but I'm not trusting the Pittsburgh Steelers with old Aaron Rodgers to do anything in the playoffs. Let's see. Upset. We ain't no damn underdogs. Laughing my Texans by 17. Screw it. Yeah, you funny. Saleh doesn't need to go to Cleveland. He's a defensive coach, and that side already elite. That's a fair point. How is Pittsburgh favored over Houston? Probably because they're home. What the F is sleep about my Texans? We the best team in the NFL. We won 9 games in a row. Jared Lewis is absolutely right. The Texans have won 9 games in a row. They were saying earlier in the season, what's going on with CJ Stroud? What's going on with the offense can't score any points? And they just rattled off 9 wins in a row. D'Amico Ryans, very underrated coach. And let's talk about Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski won the coach of the year over D'Amico Ryans. And what did D'Amico Ryans do in the playoff game? He smacked Kevin Stefanski around because he's not a good coach. Okay? Anybody's trying to say, oh, Kevin Stefanski's a good coach. Oh, what did Kevin Stefanski do in a playoff game that he coached against a Texans team that was ready for him? They ran out the same tired game plan in that game. And D'Amico Ryans was like, I already seen that. Y'all saw this season, there were coaches clowning Kevin Stefanski. They were laughing at him. Mike Vrabel was straight laughing at him. It's like, I was in y'all building. I know once your trick plays are done, you ain't got nothing for us. They were straight laughing at Kevin Stefanski. I'm happy and glad Kevin Stefanski's not our coach anymore. All right? He's a joke. All print media wants to do with Kevin Stefanski. They want to hammer home, oh, he was 2-time coach of the year. I don't care. He's won 8 games in 2 seasons. He's not a good coach anymore. All right, my bad. Hello, my name is Bailey. I'm 25 years old. I'm a drama teacher in Peoria, Illinois. Hey, welcome, Bailey Roberts. Subscribe to your boy, man. Appreciate your comment. Welcome. Flores saying Masala, defensive-minded coach. They don't need that. So first game, and so you want Jim Schwartz to stay, and then you want an offensive-minded coach. I just don't think that offensive-minded coach is going to keep the same staff. I could be wrong. They might pick somebody that's like, hey, Jim Schwartz is going to be in place. You just gotta, pick your new OC, or if it's an offensive guy, you're gonna call the plays. We'll see. Chargers are a sleeper in the playoffs. Yes, they are. It's all about Justin Herbert with the Chargers. Okay, they lost Joe Alt like early in the season. They're getting healthy at the right time. Justin Herbert's a little beat up. But, Justin Herbert, he has all the tools to be a really great quarterback. The number says he's a great quarterback. He just has to go out and prove it in the playoffs. He hasn't proven it quite yet in the playoffs. So, I can't say that Justin Herbert is a great quarterback because he hasn't done it in the playoffs. He's 0-2 in the playoffs. They played the Texans in the playoffs last year, and he had 4 interceptions. So, Justin Herbert, I think it's a lot of pressure on Justin Herbert to go out and perform and get that first playoff win for himself. So, hey, Justin Herbert, shut me up. Prove me wrong. Go out and ball out. Exactly, right? It's almost like I know what I'm talking about. That's what he said. All right, Jim Schwartz defense is a Super Bowl caliber defense. So I'll be letting teams drop 30 on them every other week. Schwartz is way better. Hey, Jim Schwartz, look, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. So Jim Schwartz in a game against Tennessee Titans against a rookie quarterback Cam Ward, the defense gave up 31 points. So, Jim Schwartz's defense is prone to being gassed just like Robert Saleh's is. So I just want to have that counterpoint. You look like the voice actor for Franklin from GRA. I don't even know what that means. The defense literally scored 12 points against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Yes, I love that. Pick 6 by Devin Bush. Did the Marshawn Lynch in the end zone. Got flagged for it. Then the other, I don't even know who the other guy was. He did the same thing. I'm like, man, Kevin Stefanski got no institutional control of this team. They knew their coach was going to get fired. They was waiting to do that all season long. Devin Bush is like, hey, man, if I'm score, I'll wallet out. I'm grabbing my junk. I'm grabbing my twig and giggleberries, man. If you want to predict the Super Bowl winner, who would it be? Great question. Don't worry about me. I'm I don't know, man. I'll be honest, man. Brown should get OC from Seattle. I don't want Clint Kubiak. That's Kevin Stefanski Jr. Playoff Super Bowl. I can see Philly getting back to the Super Bowl. Man, Seattle balling, man. Seattle really impressed me. They went on the road, beat the 49ers. I think Seattle gonna make it in the NFC. And I think Josh Allen's gonna go on a magical run. I think it's gonna be Seattle and Buffalo. All right. Carolina wins it all. Ain't no way Man, if Carolina wins it all, I'll shave my head live on here. That's how confident I am about Carolina not winning the Super Bowl. If Carolina wins it all, 1, 2, 3, Formosa. If they win, I'll shave my head live on here, and I'll shave my goatee. Somebody was clowning my goatee. I can't help it. I got a baby face, man. I can't help it, man. I want Cliff Kingsbury as OC for KC Chiefs next year, but I'm feeling like KC Chiefs getting Eric Bieniemy back. Hey, it wouldn't be a bad return home for Eric Bieniemy in my opinion. And Lily May said hi again. What's up, Lily May? Let's see. Let's see. Do you think we take a wide receiver in the first round? I'm a Browns fan too. Maybe with that second first round pick. They need offensive tackle help, man. They really need offensive tackle help. Minnesota messed up not re-signing Sam Darnold. They sure did. Giants win within the next 5 years. You mean the New York Giants? I don't know, man. Jackson Dart is like, haha, gonna hold you up to that. I'm super confident that Carolina is not going to win the Super Bowl. You're gonna hold me to that. I'm gonna come back on live and I'm gonna be looking for you. I'm gonna be like, I told you they wasn't gonna make the Super Bowl. No Cornell Tate. Look, man, I get it. They need a playmaker, but you need offensive line help too, man. You're not going to. The Browns literally have the worst offensive line in the NFL according to Pro Football Focus. Like, you have to address that at some point. You can trade for a receiver. You can get a wide receiver in free agency. You can get a wide receiver one in free agency to come to Cleveland. Offensive linemen don't become available in free agency. You have to draft offensive linemen. So for the Cleveland Browns to get better, and if they move forward with Shedeur Sanders, they have to protect Shedeur Sanders. Because Shedeur Sanders has shown if he gets protection in the pocket, he can be surgical. Now, he hasn't shown it all the time, but he's shown enough to me. If he gets protection, he can be surgical on the field. Tom Brady says he's coming out of retirement. No, the F he ain't. He's making too much money at Fox Sports. Do you know how much money that he's making at Fox Sports? He's $350 million contract for 10 years. He's not going back to getting hit. He's just talking mess on a Fox broad. He's their number one analyst. There's no way he's going back. That's crazy. If you had a top 3-4 games of the year, just blah. If you had a top 3 games for the season, what would they be? Man, you're asking me some really good questions to worry about, but I hope you subscribe. Top 3 games. That game last night was really good. I think that was the best game of the whole year. The Ravens and Steelers game. That game was I think that was the best game all year. Actually, the Ravens and Buffalo game to begin the season 1, I would say that's the second best game of the year. And my third one is a little biased. I was at Shedeur Sanders' first start in Las Vegas. So personally for me, that was a favorite for me because I saw Shedeur Sanders' first start in Las Vegas. So I got to throw that out there. But yeah, the game last night and the Ravens and Buffalo game earlier in the year where the Buffalo that came back down 15 with like less than 6 minutes left. That was a heck of a game to start the year. I heard that Tom Brady is part owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. He is. What's your take on Deshaun Watson? He was a top 5 quarterback when y'all signed. Injuries and distractions derailed everything. I think he should get a fair shot next season. I think he will. I really think it's going to be open competition. And I think it's going to be between Shedeur Sanders and it's going to be between Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson. And unless Deshaun Watson is going to show you something from 2000, I think Shedeur beats him out. It just is what it is. I think at this point, Deshaun Watson, he's a shell of himself and he's washed. So yeah, Watson done. Exactly. I just don't see it. He can prove me wrong. Hell, man, if Deshaun go out there and he's vintage 2019 Deshaun Watson, that's great for the Cleveland Browns. It's great for him because he'll be able to parlay that into a new contract somewhere else. Even if Deshaun balls out, he's done in Cleveland. Only thing Deshaun Watson can do is prolong his NFL career. If he goes out and he's quarterback one, he goes out and proves that he can be a viable starting quarterback in the option, he might get another chance in the NFL. I just don't see it. Thoughts on Myles Garrett's sack record? I love it, and I don't think that Joe Burrow took a dive for Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett get off was 0.17 seconds. For reference, Usain Bolt in the 2008 Olympics, when he broke the record in a 100-meter dash, his gets off when he broke that record was 0.165. So a little bit faster than Myles Garrett get off. So that was always going to be a sack for Myles Garrett. So I don't buy into the notion that, Joe Burrow just allowed him to sack him. Joe Burrow was going to get sacked on that play. He made a business decision to go down, which was the correct one. Not saying Mike Tomlin will be fired this year, but I can't go back in the chat. My bad. Chat's coming pretty quick. All right. I'm sub. You're doing good. I like the channel. Thank you. Don't worry about me. I appreciate it. Not saying Mike Tomlin will be fired this year, but if they have another first round exit, what year do you think they gonna get Bro up out of there? Here's the thing about the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Rooney family. They don't make decisions without great intent. And so I don't think they're going to look, they won the AFC North. Okay. He's been there 19 years. Okay. Now I don't think if Mike Tomlin loses that he's necessarily going to be fired. Okay. They just won the AFC North. I don't think you're going to get rid of a coach that just won the AFC North. And that's just not how Pittsburgh Steelers do business. They're not going to just fire him without his replacement in place. That's not what they do. That's not what they do. Yeah, that's how they did Strahan. Nah, man, the Strahan situation was not the same as Myles Garrett. Brett Favre rolled out to the right. Michael Strahan, nobody was around Brett Favre. He just laid down and slid. Okay, Joe Burrow was in the pocket. Joe Burrow made a business decision. It's not the same. Let's add some context to that, please. That sack was nothing, but watching film and knowing the snap count. Hey, man, knowing the snap count is a really big deal. Same thing every year. I have family in Pittsburgh. They sick of it, laughing my A off. But, I mean, naturally, if you have a coach that's been there for 19 years, you're going to, naturally going to be, sick of it. I've been married to my wife for almost 10 years. I don't want to say I'm, sick of her, but there are times where it's you kind of are sick of the person. That doesn't mean that you get a divorce. It just means that it just is what it is. I just don't think that the Steelers, they're going to move off Mike Tomlin. The marriage, I don't want to say the marriage is strong, but I don't see a divorce imminent for the Steelers. Do you think Caleb Williams throws to DJ versus the Packers was one of the best plays? Oh, to the walk off. Who did they beat on that walk off? That was a heck of a throw right there. Well, it was against the Packers. Yeah, that was. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Sorry, I wasn't trying to downplay it. I'm just defending your point. Oh, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Why not make Jim Schwartz the head coach? Hey, Jimmy, if you watch, Jimmy Haslam had a press conference today. It was 10 minutes. I think at the very end of the press conference, he was he gave a ringing endorsement of Jim Schwartz. So it would not surprise me. It seems like Jimmy Haslam is enamored with the continuity aspect of this. I think Jimmy Haslam is trying to be a good owner. And it would not surprise me if Jim Schwartz was the next head coach of the Cleveland Browns for continuity's sake. And I mean, if you ask Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward has always come. He's already come out and said that he would like Jim Schwartz to be the next head coach. Now, Myles Garrett gives a ringing endorsement of Jim Schwartz as well. I mean, that holds weight. Now, Jimmy Haslam, he's the owner. He's going to do what he wants to do. But I mean, I don't know. Make Deion coach? Nah, man. And I like Coach Prime, but that's if you want to have some real distractions. Nah. Browns need to hire Brian Flores. That's what they. All right, you're making more sense. Deion, look, Deion has already said he does not want to coach in the NFL, and Deion has full autonomy with the Colorado Buffalo. So why would he want to go in the NFL and coach grown men? That don't make any sense. Uh, Out of all the NFL rivals, which fan base do you think hates each other the most? What fan base hates the other the most? Ooh, great question. Probably the Packers and Bears because they played each other the most. So I'm gonna say Packers and Bears. Packers and Bears. Packers versus Bears. Vikings and Bears. Now, yeah, I'm gonna say Bears and Packers because that's just their longest rivalry in sport. They don't like each other. It's not quite Ohio State and Michigan. Ohio State and Michigan is the best rivalry in all of sports because there's genuine hate between Ohio State and Michigan. You cannot manufacture that kind of hate. Like Ohio State and Michigan, they genuinely hate each other. Good old fashioned hate. Jim Schwartz head coach and bring Mike McDaniel as offensive coordinator. That is circling around. Mike McDaniel has not been fired by the Miami Dolphins. Now, if they fire him, I would love that. Mike McDaniel is a innovative offensive coordinator. He's just not a head coach. Kind of like Kevin Stefanski. I don't know what the enamoration is with Kevin Stefanski. Him and Mike McDaniel fall into the same camp. They're both great. Mike McDaniel's a great offensive mind. I'm not even going to go as far as Kevin Stefanski is a great offensive mind. I don't think so. I mean, if he's a great offensive mind, where has it been for 6 seasons? The Cleveland Browns never had a top 10 offense with Kevin Stefanski, who's two-time coach of the year, but conveniently never had a top 10 offense with the Cleveland Browns. What are you talking about? He's a good coach. What? Kevin did a lot with terrible coaches through 2023. He made the playoffs with 5 different ones. That was intriguing about him. Look, if we dive deeper into the 2023 season, Joe Flacco saved his job. Let's stop acting like this narrative that, oh, Kevin Stefanski did a great job in 2023. No, Joe Flacco literally saved his job. If Joe Flacco does not go 4-1 and he gets lucky that he falls into his lap, he probably gets fired after 2023 because they had 2 losing seasons before that. So I just don't. He won games with PJ Walker. Sure, he won games with PJ Walker. The defense was good that year. Okay, so what happened? So how did it get so bad in 2 seasons? What happened from 2023 to 2024? I need to know. What happened between 2023 and 2024? How did he become so bad of a coach? He won 3 games. How did he make the playoffs, win 11 games, get smoked against the Texans in the playoff game, and then come back and win 3 games? We're just not going to agree on that. Go Bears. I love the Bears. Look, man, Kevin Stefanski might do good work somewhere else. It's just not going to be in Cleveland. And if he's great somewhere else, best of luck to him. But it was time for a divorce. Dude, Jeffrey Champion, let me ask you this question. Do you feel like they got it right by firing Kevin Stefanski? Let me just we could probably come to an agreement on that. Offensive line got older, haven't had a running game because it's all offense, bases around the play action pass. Hey, man, those things are all true. Offensive line did get old. And frankly, if we're going to be honest about the offensive line, Nick Chubb made the offensive line look a lot better than they actually were. All right? And Nick Chubb's prime, Kevin Stefanski was running him like 17, 18 times, bro. You got a workhorse back there. What are you doing running him 16 times? They actually have somebody in their analytics department. They were like, anything over 18 carries was deemed that the running back gets worse after 18 carries. What? What are you talking about? See, that kind of thinking is why Kevin Stefanski got fired, man. I don't subscribe to that at all. Okay? Not at all. You're right. Bears and Packers fans really hate each other. They really do, man. Browns had a great team in both those years. They won despite the Stefanski. Thank you. 0-16 Browns versus 0-16. 0-16 Browns versus 0-16 Lions. 2 wins. That'll be the last thing I answer. I'm gonna go when I get to an hour. But is that the Dan Orlovsky Lions team? Sean Kaiser over Dan Orlovsky. All right, about to roll out. Appreciate all the banter back and forth. Thank you for the good conversation. Thank you, Jeffrey Champion. Don't worry about me, Boss Life. Thank you, anybody that put a comment in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Y'all making this real interactive. That's what I want it to be. I want it to be interactive. I appreciate y'all coming to on live, and man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much, and I'm rolling out. KSK out. Peace.